Hello, everyone, and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Las Posadas, Diwali, Chinese New Year. Whatever the holiday may be for you, I hope the holidays are going well. I hope you guys are traveling safe, and I hope you're eating great food with great people and the ones that you love. So, my beloved listeners, we've done it. We've had a little bit of a scare there, but we've done it, and we're at the marker. Episode 8, the Make It or Break It episode. And damn it, I've made it, you've made it, we've made it. It is a happy holiday indeed. But before continuing with these episodes, I'd just like to take a sec and remind everyone that these circumstances that we've encountered are extremes. They weren't everyday occurrences, and I don't think negatively about the people or the area. I mean, we live here after all. But we have encountered a vast amount of people and situations. And in my opinion, we've been exposed to a lot more culture than most. So I just want you to know that I love this area and the people that are in it. I mean, it's where I met my best friend, and I built these great stories with, which in turn that I'm happy to share with you because I care about you too, and I think you're great. So with that being said, it's the holidays. It's Andy and I. It's episode 8. It's more road stories, and here we go.
You know what I heard?
Spill it. I gotta know.
I think it could be true.
Can you believe what they just said?
That can't be true.
Tell me more.
Have you heard?
They said what? Do you believe everything you hear? This is Rumorcast.
What's up, homie?
Yo, what's going on?
Oh, shit. Same old, same old. Oh, okay. Before we start, I need you to do something for me.
What's that?
Okay, I need you to open up Google.
Google is open.
All right. You know, obviously everybody knows what a unibrow is, right?
Yes.
Okay, go to Google Images.
I'm scared.
Just trust me. I'm probably late to the party on this, but I'm already happy that you don't know where I'm going with this. Okay, you got Google Images open?
Yep.
Okay, do a search for Halo space brows. Kind of like unibrows, BROWS, do Halo space brows.
Wow. That's stupid.
This is the new trend, bro. This is the new trend. I'm not making this shit up.
I don't believe it.
I swear to God, man. Look at this. Look at some of the articles that are attached to these fucking images, man. Where's the one I just fucking... Hold on. I gotta open one of these articles, dude. It's fucking epic.
So maybe we're a lot closer to Star Trek than we believe.
Oh, God. Not like this, man. The Halo brows trend is here to totally fuck with your beauty routine. Where's the other one where I was like, oh, yeah, here we go. This is my favorite article title. The Halo brow is now officially a thing, and people are confused.
I don't know. Going by those eyebrows, you always look surprised.
Oh my God, this is one of the greatest fucking things ever invented. I love this shit so much.
It's just like, let's draw on our forehead and...
Dude, I know. Like who fucking just was like, oh, this is a good idea? Like, no. Like,
there's probably somebody that got super fucked up at a party and they drew on her face to be funny. And then all her friends are like, wow, you look good.
Dude, that sounds scarily accurate.
Trend started.
Oh, my God.
Or they were just trying to work it. Like, no, I did this on purpose. Yeah, this is me.
And then you just keep scrolling, and there's all these, like, fucking eyebrow designs that are just ridiculous.
Yeah, some weird shapes.
Oh, my God, dude. But don't get me wrong, like wings, like subtle wings, I've always thought that was hot. But some of this shit, like somebody drew a bow in her fucking eyebrow. Like, oh my God. There's even some people that are putting like henna on their fucking eyelids. Like, dude, what the fuck?
No, I'm good.
Oh man. I love the internet.
It's always something for you.
Always. You just, oh man. There's so many fucking rabbit holes to fall down. It's like, I found
You'll
that
never get out.
Oh, dude, yeah. There's just so much like entertainment on the internet. It's I can't tell if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh shit.
That one looks like a pencil. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it is.
Oh my God, dude. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. So part 2.
All right. Do it.
So last time we did nastiest houses. Our next category is seductive houses.
Yum.
Wow.
Feed me.
Although, you know what this reminded me of is something that is completely not on this topic. It reminds me of that house around when I first started, when Al was training me in, and with that psycho guy. He like wound up screaming at his fucking wife.
Yes.
Oh, dude. So, mind you, at this point in the job, I'm like starting to get things down, starting to understand how things work, but I'm still a rookie, and I'm still looking at my coworker like to take the lead and to, make decisions while we're on the job. So we come up to this.
He's training you in, and he's been there a long time. So yeah,
of course. So I mean, when I get that deer in headlights look in front of him, like, bro, you need to make a decision about what the fuck we're gonna do. So we get to this house, typical install, no big whoop. And we're in the pre-wire stage. We discussed in the last episode, what pre-wire was and what installation was. So we're in the pre-wire stage, and we're running cable through these people's houses. And we come up to this house, and this house wasn't a super rich house, per average internet standards. This person was not rich at all. But for like rural North Dakota, this was rich. You could tell this guy was a wealthy farmer. And very nice house. Looked like just a super, super nice 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. And we come down the driveway, we get up to the house, and we knock on the door, and the wife answers the door. And she is looking gorgeous. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Dude, she is all done up. Like, she's got her makeup on. She's got her hair did. She's got her just like probably a $10,000 fucking necklace on with this nice black cocktail dress, high heels. Like, she is going out to get looks, and she's going to get a lot of looks. So, friendliest person ever. Like, we came in, and she was like, "Oh, hey guys, come on in. I know you're here for the wiring, but we gotta go out and do some stuff and da 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 da. But it's okay if you stay here and you just wire the place up." So we're like, "All right, yeah, whatever." And she's telling us where she wants to run cable. So she goes, "Okay, so we got the TV in the upstairs living room, the TV in the basement, a TV in each bedroom, and don't forget the TV in the kitchen, because I love to watch my cooking shows while I'm cooking in the kitchen." And I'm like, okay, no big whoop. And we say, we'll take care of it. And then we just kind of BS for a little bit and talk about the procedure and everything. And then the husband comes out. And the husband, he's not in like a tuxedo or anything, but he's got a real nice, he's dressed up real nice. He's got nice slacks, nice dress shoes, shirt, tie, what looked like a $10,000 fucking watch. Just like these two are going out to let people know, like, hey, we run this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were looking fucking on point. And so he comes into the conversation. He walks down, like, they got like the half step. He comes down and starts talking to us, and he's like, "Oh, hey guys, what's up? How's it going?" And we tell him, we were talking to his wife, about what all need to be done. And then he jumps in and he says, oh, yeah, so we got a TV in the living room, TV in the basement, and TV in each bedroom. And he stops there. And so she goes, that's when she goes, oh, and honey, I told him about the TV in the kitchen, too, because you know how I like to watch my cooking shows. And without missing a beat, this dude turns right around to her. You fucking bitch. Don't you dare tell me what I can and can't do in my fucking house. Do you fucking understand me, you stupid bitch? I swear to God, every time I gotta fucking tell you. And just goes off on this fucking broad. And I'm
nothing.
Like, for nothing. Because of a fucking wire in the kitchen TV. And me and Al, our jaws are on the fucking floor.
It's like, what do you say?
Right. We're just like deer in headlights, bro. I'm like, oh my God, is this shit really fucking happening right now? And after he's done yelling at her, and he goes, now you get your ass in the bedroom and you fucking wait till we're good and ready and I say we go. And that wasn't the scary part.
Oh, go on.
Oh my God. The scariest part is also, without missing a beat, as soon as she walks up the half step and goes around the corner to the bedroom, in tears, mind you, this dude turns right back around to us without missing a beat. So anyway, guys, like I was saying, yeah, I got a TV in the living room, I got a TV in the base room, and I got a TV in each bedroom. Is there anything else you need from me? Are we okay? Are we good to go? I'm like, dude, this is how serial killers are made, man. Like, I'm like, holy fucking shit, dude. Did that just fucking happen? So now I've got this deer in headlights thing looking at Al like, bro, what are we good? Do? Yeah, like, shit, I don't know what to do, man.
We done?
Like, do we kick this guy's ass? Do we try to get her out of here? Like, what do we do, man? What do we do? I don't know what to do. So we just kind of told the phone office what happened, and I don't know, whatever came from it. I hope she's alive.
Yeah. I mean, it was obviously mental abuse, but as long as you didn't see any type of physical abuse, but still.
Well, he didn't hurt her. He didn't grab her. I mean, usually you would see in a situation like that, somebody would grab their arm and shove them upstairs or something like that. But no, he was just finger pointy and just yelling. And that's another thing too, is at least as far as we noticed, there was no bruises or anything on her.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that was just mental. Sweetheart, if you're listening to this podcast right now and you're still with that fucking dude and it's still the same situation, oh, honey, no.
Take his money and go.
Take his money and get the fuck out. I saw that wedding ring on your finger. Take half and bounce. Trust me, you will be just fine. I promise. And if any of her family's listening, help her. For the love of God, please help her. Of course, mind you, this was how many years ago? So, what if this podcast? What if she turns out she's one of my rural fans in North Dakota, hears this shit, remembers that scenario, and says, oh my God, he's right. I can't believe he remembered me. And then fucking just has the courage to take him on. That would be cool. Dude. Oh,
He'd feel proud.
I would feel amazing because of that. Yeah, I would.
He doesn't allow her to listen to podcasts, so don't worry.
Oh my God. Man, I seriously, to this day, I hope that chick is okay. I really do. I hope she did. I hope she took half his fucking money and is just living it up right now. And I hope she gets fucking out. Oh, God, man, I just can't stand people like that.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing. I wouldn't have known what to do. Yeah, you just kind of hope it de-escalates and then you start wiring the house, I guess.
Right. Oh, God, yeah, that was by far and beyond the most awkward pre-wire scenario I've ever been in. Well, maybe not. We're going to talk about a lot, so we'll see.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We'll think of other ones, down the road, I'm sure, while we're talking.
Oh, yeah. We have a...
I'm like, oh, yeah.
You're right. We have a big list, dude. And we're not even halfway through this list yet.
No.
Oh, my God.
I don't think I've had... Well, I know for sure I haven't had any angry customers to that extent, but no, for the most part, customers were pretty happy. You were on a completely different type of contract most of the time than me.
True.
Because a lot of the contracts that I were on were like new companies coming into town rather than companies that were already established and forcing everyone to switch over, because those were the customers that were always unhappy. So, there were a lot of them were happy, but those older couples that they were being forced to take or forced to have you come and rewire the houses, or they're not getting service anymore, those are the ones that were always very upset and yell at you.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm still pissed off that, we were with the same employer for 5 years, and we spent how much time together? Like 6 months?
Yeah, about that. That wasn't much.
Because of that, what the fuck did he call it? God damn it, Chad. What the fuck did you say? That just like, I'm like, really, bro? Like unfair treatment or whatever the fuck it was. Like preferential. That's what it was. Preferential treatment. I'm like, really, bro?
Yeah. Yep. He preferred you there.
Well, yes and no. I mean, if we're being realistic here, there were 4 of us in the company Chad could trust to put on a contract and coordinate the contract without thinking twice about it. Yep. And that was you, me, Eric, and Jeff.
Yep.
Yeah. So I understand that,
pretty
Chad.
much all on other contracts.
Right. And I understand why you did it. I haven't forgotten that, Chad. I know why you didn't, keep us together. I get it. But he's still my homie.
Well, I mean, that being that it was set up that way, you wouldn't have gotten as good of friends with Eric and Jeff,
Very true.
Yep, or all the other guys that we started working with.
Yeah, I miss those guys. I miss you guys. If you're listening to this, I miss you guys. I miss the group, the meetings. Whenever we'd have the company fucking meetings and the 4 of us would get together and just fucking party. Oh, I miss that so much. Oh, yeah. But
always in Sioux Falls for our parties.
No, not all of them. I mean, we had Sioux Falls, we had the cities, we had Bemidji.
Yeah, we had one at the office. Okay.
Did we?
It was for something though. Like we had a big grill out at the office. And then you, for sure you were there because that was the time we drove home in that horrible storm.
Oh, yeah, that's
all the trees were down. That's when I had my blue truck and we were driving around all the trees down on the road and stuff. Yeah.
Dude, that was fucking scary. That was like hurricane winds, man. That was insane.
we pulled over because we couldn't see.
Right.
Like it was raining that hard and was that windy.
Yeah, dude, we sat there for like 20 minutes. Like, okay, I hope a tree doesn't come through the fucking windshield.
I'd forgotten about that. That wasn't a heavy storm.
That wasn't a Christmas party though. That was like just a meeting.
No, because it was nice. It was summertime. Because it was raining and stuff.
Yeah,
wouldn't have been Christmas. I don't know what type of holiday it was.
4th of July, maybe. I don't know.
Could have been.
I don't remember. So long ago. Man.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
We didn't have to go up to the office for meetings that often.
No.
Usually just the end of the year when we had to update health insurance and things like that.
Oh, dude. I bet that was when we had the meeting for the ESOP. When he started the ESOP.
Yeah.
I bet that's what it was. Yeah. Well, whatever. We, being split apart, we had a lot of craziness we all ran into that fucking we all got to share with each other once or twice a year.
Yep. Meet up and hang out, share our horror stories.
Oh, God. We have too many.
Yeah, I only had the privilege of working out on your contract for 2 weeks, I think. That's all it was.
Was that it? I thought you were there longer. I thought you were there for like a month or 2. Was it only 2 weeks?
I thought it was only 2. And I was working with Nate.
Oh, I miss that dude too. Nate was great. God, man, that dude was such a party animal.
Yep.
Well, I don't know about party animal. He was just fun. He was super fun to be around.
Yeah, no, I had a good time with. It was always like over in Valley City. Yeah, it was me, Nate, Jay, and Aaron, or not Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron? Or no? Andy? Or no?
That's me.
Well, no. But wasn't there 2 Andys?
Andrew.
That's what it was.
I'm like, who's this other guy?
What? Sorry, bro. You took off to fucking Arizona, so.
Yeah, you left. Mm-hmm. Although he stuck around. He was one of the last of us that was still working.
After we
that
left.
job. Yeah, after we all left, he was probably one of the best guys that was there or remaining.
Yeah. Yeah, Jesus, we all bailed. God, I feel so guilty when I say it like that.
No, I mean, even our manager and boss, they knew that that's not a job that you stick with. It's you work there for probably 5-10 years, and then you find one of the telecommunication jobs that we contract out to. You like that phone company, and then you eventually start working for them. It's almost what happens with everybody.
Very true. I had 4 offers myself. Hold on, wait. 4. I had 4 offers. Oh my God, man. I'm all gassy. I don't know if you heard that like
nope.
Oh my God, it was like a croak. It was like a fucking frog croak, but it was all like in the back of my throat. It sounded so fucking weird. I heard it on my fucking monitor. I'm like, ooh, yeah. So I apologize for that noise if you could even hear it. Anyway, no, I had 4 offers, but the catch with these places was you had to be okay with living out in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
Which I was not okay with, unfortunately. So if any of you are listening, I 100% appreciate the offer. You guys are all great companies, but unfortunately you have no populace. I mean, you do, but you don't. Oh, man. And I'll be damned if I'm going to fucking work for Comcast. No effing way.
Yeah, you could... learn to be hated just like them.
Oh, God, just tattoo a swastika on my forehead? No, I'm good. Fuck. Watch me get sued because of that. Oh, my God.
Yep. You're going to get shut down.
Oh, jeez. Man.
What is that? Deflamination? Is what they call that?
Defamation.
Defamation, that's what it is.
Well, thankfully, I'm a nobody. I don't have any influence. I'm not an Instagram influencer.
It's always the little guys that get taken down, though.
Dude, they would spend 10 times more money just on their own attorney fees than they would ever get out of me. I would go for it.
Probably more on their internet provider bill of searching your name.
Exactly. Oh my God, yeah, shit.
Then they'd be like, why the hell did we go after this guy?
Haha. As I'm saying that from my box on the street.
Yep.
Oh, fucking A. Wow.
Anyways, what are we talking about first? Seductive houses.
Yes, we are in the seductive category. The ooh la la category.
I do get asked that probably. I mean, you hear the ones like, oh, have you heard, what are the grossest houses? That's number one for sure. But yeah, then a lot of people like, oh, have you ever slept with any of your not employers or employees? Customers. There we go. Yes, have you ever slept with the customers? I unfortunately didn't, but actually, I don't even know if anybody had. I was trying to think of any of other guys that I've worked with that maybe told stories about sleeping with their customers.
No, nothing confirmed. Not that I can think of. I would have remembered that 100%. 100% would have remembered that. There's just no.
I mean, there's some obviously you would like to, but.
What do you mean?
Like you would like to
customers?
sleep with them.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know, man. On the one hand, see, this is where I get sketched out. Okay, so on the one hand, great story, going to be a lot of fun creating that story.
It's too cliche. Nobody'd believe you. It's all like porn scripted. Oh, the service guy was in the house. She couldn't pay me money, so she had to suck my dick.
I'm here for your install, ma'am. Oh, yeah. So there's the one thing. Yeah, there's the one.
I gave her 36 installments.
It was the discounted rate. But then on the other hand, it's a complete stranger in rural North Dakota. Or rural whatever.
Yeah.
In the rural.
In their house.
In their house. And these telecoms that we worked for were in areas where everybody knew everybody.
Yep.
So there was no way that shit was staying on lockdown. Like,
yeah, everyone would get told pretty quickly.
Oh my God, man. People with a day off would have found out an hour later.
Yep.
Like, and then, like, yeah, it's just that. It's a stranger. Like, you don't know who this fucking person is. Like, this could be the outcast of the town that everybody has just completely, like, neglected because they have a nasty case of AIDS. You know what I mean? Oh, man, dude, I'm going to get so much hate for this.
Yeah, that's insensitive.
That is super insensitive. I feel guilty for saying it like that. But, I mean, I'm just, all I'm talking about here, the only example I'm trying to provide here is that you don't know this stranger. And STDs are kind of a big deal nowadays.
But somebody could argue that that's going to be any case. You meet somebody online. There's so many more people online. Or you meet them at a bar, a restaurant, anything. It's the same case. You don't know the person. And you're going into a risky situation.
Dude.
And it's up to you to take that precaution to stay protected and, communication, just asking them if they have any STDs.
Right. You know who I'm thinking of right now?
Who? I was trying to imagine, like, who would he be talking about?
Okay, when we were living in the same apartment building in Sartell, this happened. Like, I was on those dating sites.
Oh, yes. You did have a...
Oh, dude, first one.
Yep.
I totally did not know what to do. So a long time ago, everybody at one point or another has jumped onto some kind of dating site, like whether it be, Plenty of Fish or OkCupid or Christian Farmers or Christian Mingle or what the fuck is that farmer one? I can't remember the name of it. But, so anyway, of course, I had profiles on these, and to be honest with you, it was just I got the most fun out of looking at these people on here, and like, holy shit, some of the people you'd find, like, like, dude, like, how have you gotten any looks whatsoever? You know what I mean? Like, there were people that were just like, dude, you need to take a little bit more pride in yourself. Other people that were just like we were talking about before, Nazis, like, you'd see them with their fucking Nazi shit in the background. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's not the photo of just them that's bad. It's like them, what they're doing, or
exactly.
how they're dressed,
Right. So
it's like, why would you choose that to be your profile picture?
Seriously, man. Some of those profile pictures, I'm like, yo, motherfucker, what? But anyway, so I come across this chick and we start talking and we just totally hit it off. 100% hit it off. And mind you, she lived 2 hours away from me at the time. So now we've only been talking for like 2 days, like not even a week. And we were talking about meeting each other. And she did probably one of the most honorable things I've ever seen anybody do ever. Right out the gate, she says, "Hey, before we meet, I just want you to know that I have an STD. And I was like, holy shit. And mind you, we didn't even get to like the sexy times talk yet. Like we were just trying to get to know, we were still in that get to know each other stage. Like we didn't even get to sexting or any of that shit yet. And she busted that out. And I was like, wow. So at the same time, I was deer in headlights all over again. Like, fuck, I don't know how to handle this situation because I've never been in it before. And number two, I was like, holy fuck, I respect this chick, man. She just came right out with it. Like, I was like, man, dude, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know? But at the end of the day, like, I tried to explain to her, like, okay, no, I understand that. And I told her, I appreciate you telling me that. But I hope that you would respect, you know, my choice in that, you know, I don't want to get an STD. And, you know, like, I just don't want to take the risk. Mm-hmm. And maybe we should just be friends. You know, like, I know how stupid that sounds like now, and I'm sure, I guarantee you it sounded stupid as fuck when I was trying to say it to her. But it was cool. And she was like, no, I understand. And I appreciate your honesty, you know, whatever. But this is where things started to get weird. So the next day she starts talking to me, you know, we're just like chit chatting, you know, it's nothing like romantic or anything. Cause at least I was under the impression like, okay, romantic ends over. Got a new friend. Cool. You know? But yeah. Anyway, she goes on, she's like, so if you wanted to, I would be more than happy to have you come down here and sit down with my doctor to talk about the dangers of this STD. Herpes, by the way, is what she had. She had the herp. So before anybody's like, what was it? What was it? You know, it was the herp. So I was like, now, mind you, in the conversation we were having, this had no precedence in. Like, we were talking about just some random bullshit about cool stuff that we liked, or, you know, whatever the case may be. You know how you chit chat with somebody. And then
she throws it out.
And she just throws it out there. And I was like, okay, I don't understand why we're talking about this.
And you've only been talking to her for a couple days.
This is day 3. Yeah. Haven't even met. We're 2 hours apart. This is day 3. And mind you, 0 sexy times. Like, there is like 0 sexual suggestion, anything other than like the closest we got to it is like, ooh, damn girl, you look cute in that outfit. That's pretty sexy. You know, that's it. Like, okay. That's it. Like, there was no like talking dirty to each other. Nothing like that. Not even instigated. And now she hits me with this doctor shit. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I appreciate that, but you know, I would be willing to go. This is where I fucked up. I said, because I was trying to be nice, you know. I was just trying to be, you know, a friend, and I told her, I was like, okay, look, I'm willing to go with you to the doctor to learn more about it, but as it currently stands, you know, I still stand in my position of, you know, like, not wanting to take the risk. Like, I don't have any STDs, and
well, that's not fucking up.
Well,
you're like, I'm getting there.
I'm getting there. Yeah, I'm getting there. So all she heard out of that whole fucking thing was, I'm willing to go with you to the doctor. And so that night, you know, we were still talking. Dude, we were talking like solid for 3 days. And that night, she initiated. She initiated the sexting.
Yep.
And at first I was like, I'm confused. Not like, could she be a dude confused? No, I'm like, I don't know how to handle this confused. Because I can get away with just, you know, having some random sexting and calling it good.
Yeah.
But I don't know her. I've never met her before. So is she going to catch some feelings? You know, yeah. like, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like start a little bit. Like, we're nothing in anything like hardcore yet. But just kind of start talking a little dirty. and she immediately flips and starts like
women flips.
Like flips out and goes psycho on me because oh yeah, dude. Oh, check this out. So she goes psycho on me because I'm concerned about having an STD, but I'm willing to say those sexy things to her.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, first of all, can you get an STD through a phone? Because now I'm not sure. You know, like because now I'm starting to concern. Do they have, you know, iPhone condoms? Do they have, you know, Pixel condoms? Like, is there phone condoms or something that we need to be using? Because last I checked, we were just sexting. But now she's all upset because I initiated sexting with her, right?
Even though she was the one that initiated.
Or I'm sorry, yeah. So that I participated in it. I didn't initiate it, she did. Yeah, you're right. But that I participated in it and encouraged it. Now I'm in the wrong because I'm leading her on. Oh yeah. So this entire 3 days, I'm thinking, and mind you, this chick was sexy. Oh my God, she was so cute. And she kind of had that like, she had that like playful half goth edge. I don't want to say she was goth because that's completely incorrect. She was not goth at all. But she had that like darker side to her where she would like get, she'd get a little, God, what's the word I'm looking for here? Just like a little crazy with the clothing and the makeup and whatnot. Not too crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's like,
yeah,
she wouldn't do like the typical thing. She'd like push the boundaries just a little bit. And in doing that, oh God, she was so hot. You know, like wearing non-typical colored lipstick. Like she had one picture where she had on some dark, super dark blue lipstick on. Dude, it was so hot. Oh yeah.
Weirdo.
Shut the fuck up.
It's because she was sucking off a Smurf.
Exactly. So anyway, fuck, I forgot where I was going with this. So anyway, the whole time I'm thinking, okay, she's super sexy. And you know, her profile, everything was like sweet. There were no red flags at all. And then comes, you know, the admission of the STD, and I'm like, oh, there's the catch. Right?
Yep.
But I was 100% wrong. The STD was not the catch. Her being a psycho was the red flag. Because, dude, from there, it was all out warfare. Like,
wow.
She was, oh, dude, it got to the point where I was just like, okay, you know what? I gotta go. And I never talked to her again. Like, she hit me up like 4 days later to say hi or something like that. And it was just like, it was like that super bland, awkward conversation when it's like, you know, you shouldn't be talking to each other, you know, so you both are just like walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
So anyway, after that last time we talked, like that 4 days later, whatever, we didn't talk again until about a year later. So now I got another phone. So straight up I get this text and I'm just like, new phone, who dis? You know?
Yep.
And immediately the person on the other line, like super like depressive, goes, you know what? Never mind. You obviously I wasn't important enough to remember, or something along those lines. And I was like, whoa. Okay, one of my friends is having a bad day. I gotta figure out who the fuck this is quick. Like,
yep. She's like, hey, did you have this number in your phone? Who is this?
Right, seriously. So I'm trying to figure out who it is, and I'm like, all right, look, did enough screwing around, just tell me who it is. And it was her.
Wow.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, we talked for 4 days.
You saved my number for
seriously.
a year.
And then she wanted to like get a hold of me to obviously complain about something that was fucking her day up. Because that's usually the case. Like, I don't know about you, man.
She
but
had a flare up.
Oh, dude.
Sorry.
Oh, that's so bad. Anyway, So no. I mean, you've had that before, I'm sure, where it's like some ex or some person you used to know forever ago has a bad day, and for some reason,
you're their
seek
go-to.
we seek that person out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yep, I've had that.
Yeah. So it's like it's not somebody that you're friends with. It's somebody that you knew from however long ago, and didn't really have that important of a friendship or a relationship or whatever it was. And out of nowhere, they just hit you up because their day is shit. And I don't know why we do that. I don't know.
Maybe there was some other kind of connection. No, it's probably just because you know them, but you feel free to vent because it's not going to mean anything.
I bet it's because you won't be quick to judge.
Yeah.
That's a good answer, man. Yeah, that's a good thought. I like that. Huh.
Kind of like going to a shrink.
Right, without having to pay for it. So
yeah, free shrink.
If any of y'all are probably don't hit me up, trust me, I'm not that good of a shrink. I am a superb listener.
Dude, when you go with chicks, they get depressed and do drugs.
Okay, so that might be a trend. Maybe. God damn it, why you gotta bring up old shit? So what? I drove a woman to coke, apparently. Coke and prostitution. We're not going to talk about that. This is the wrong. Holy fuck, we got way derailed on this shit. We need to get back on topic.
Tone it down.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're not talking about that. No, we're not talking about the exes I've driven to fucking cocaine and prostitution.
Yep. Okay, man, that's another day.
That's another day. That's another day. Oh, Jesus Christ. My inbox is going to fucking explode now.
Oh, yeah, where were we? Okay, people. Oh, the customers that we wanted to sleep with. Or just the seductive houses.
Yeah, just anything seductive, yeah.
So, yeah, I never, ended up fooling around with any of our customers. I had some weird ones that wanted to, though. Well, the one that first came to mind when we were talking about subjects for this was I was working with Keith. Do you remember Keith from I-35?
Yeah.
Way down south, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, was that the guy? Was that the tech whose house we stayed at?
No, that was Greg.
Oh, okay. No.
Keith was a young guy, our age. He was also part of my group with Nemo and Isaiah.
Oh, yeah. I do.
Us, yeah.
He was the Marine, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't think you would know that. Yes, he was the one.
No, I remember, man. He was jacked, dude. He was
always working out.
Right?
Yes, yeah, he worked out just like Nemo and Isaiah did too.
Okay.
Nemo, he was huge. He was on roids though. I have a fun story about that one.
Oh, I remember that. No, maybe I don't know. Should we? Oh, fuck.
Well, so I was working with Keith, and we go to this lady's house, and when we get there, knock on the door, and at first she's just wearing like sweatpants, sweatshirt, like she looks like she's just chilling watching movies, which is that's cool. Okay. So we get set up, and she tells us what TVs need to get wired and stuff like that. And while we're wiring, we're doing things together because it's kind of a tricky house where you have to pull the lines through the ducts and things like that. So when we go outside the first time to grab more boxes of wire, and we're out there for a few minutes and then come back inside, and she's changed. And at this point, she's changed to like yoga type. Like she looks like she's about to throw on some Zumba and work out. You know, she's like, okay, whatever. Like you do
yoga
you.
Pants.
Yeah, you know, she looks like she's just ready to work out. But now she's talking to us a lot more. Before she was just kind of chilling, sitting in the living room, watching TV, but now she's just constantly talking to us, and that's fine because some customers like to engage in conversation. So we do our thing, keep wiring. We'll go outside again, grab some more Cat 5 ends and things like that, and come back inside, and she's changed clothes again.
What?
And this Yeah, she changed her clothes again. Like at this point, we're like, okay, well, she must not be working out. Like, what the fuck is she doing?
Like, we're talking how long a time span here?
Probably 5-10 minutes.
So
maybe 15.
So 5 minutes, she changes once.
Yep.
And then 5 minutes, she changes again.
Yep.
What's she change into this time?
Well, this time it was also like kind of stretchy fit stuff, but they were a lot smaller and tighter. They were more risque. So
camel toe? Was there camel toe?
I didn't look. That's not my area of expertise.
Go on.
So she starts like being flirtatious.
Oh
like,
boy.
To what I was picking up on. At first it was like real subtle. And then now it's just more like, oh, do you guys like stay around here? Do you guys like to go out to the bar when you're in town in the evenings and stuff like that? And we're like dodging them, like, no, we're far away. Like, we don't ever go out. Okay. She, like, obviously I'm not into women anyways, but she was a much older woman, and I don't, just definitely not our type.
Was she ugly? Say it.
No,
say if she was ugly.
Nope, won't say it. She wasn't our type.
Okay, so not your type. And wasn't Keith married?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, but even married guys, man, I mean, was he saying anything? Was he like, damn this bitch?
Yeah, he was like, oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
I was like, nope.
Oh, fuck.
So we had to run some long lines, and we actually ran out of Cat 5. So Keith's like, I need to run back to the office and grab some Cat 5. I'm like, don't leave me here.
That is fucking great. Keith, if you're listening, I love you. Don't leave me.
I was like, I went with him. He was cool about it. He's like, all right. He's like, let's go. So we leave, come back. It was probably half hour later because it was out in the country. This house was.
Oh yeah.
So
dude,
get back half hour later. She's changed again.
What?
This time she's just wearing a sports bra and like sports like shorts, I guess. Like,
oh God,
it's getting
like
less and less.
Like the marathon runners wear. So she's like taking it step by step to getting fucking naked.
Yep.
Oh my God. Okay.
No, and it doesn't get too much further past that for fun story wise, but she's like, oh, I could, if you guys would like to stay around and I could cook some dinner for us, I've got lots of extra food I need to use up. And
there it is.
No, we gotta get it to our next customer and wear them up, thank you for the offer. But yeah, she just kept changing less and less, and was just kind of being flirtatious with us.
And then you can tag team me for dessert.
Woo woo!
Get on it and ride it. Oh my God!
Ran a train with a straight dude this weekend.
Oh my God! I don't know. That is one thing I've never really understood, like what the conquest is. I mean, is it like the same thing as virginity or something?
What do you mean?
Like with gay guys trying to get straight guys?
No, some people, that's what they're into. Everybody has their own weird fetish.
Hold on. Yeah, wait, hold on. That's a fetish?
Yeah, I would consider that a fetish.
So,
trying to turn the straight guy, they feel successful. They feel that they're that attractive that they're willing to change somebody's sexuality or make them curious.
That's a good point of view.
Yep.
Gotcha.
At least that's how I've always interpreted it.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Because, I mean, I just try to think like, okay, let's say it's the gay guy trying to, change the straight guy, and he does, and they wind up a relationship, like, I just don't see that relationship hanging around for long, especially if it's a fetish. Like,
I guess I've never heard of anybody that's a couple that's how it started out.
right? Seriously, it's like, oh, you're gay now. Well, there goes that fun.
Well, my wife left, and this dude fucked me in the ass. And now we're married.
Yeah. No, I just don't see that being all sunshine and rainbows for a while. Even though it is a thing that a closeted gay gets married out of pressure, has kids.
Oh, yes.
And winds up leaving the family to be with some other dude.
Oh, yeah. I know lots of guys that are like that, actually. They try to, I don't know, as someone told me, fuck the gay away. So you just try to, you just have sex with women and you almost hope that it is a phase, that you'll just get into it and forget about that second life. And
dude,
it doesn't happen.
That's insane. Like, that's such a mind fuck. That is a huge mind fuck. Like, seriously, that's traumatizing mental health, like,
to both parties, to both your wife and to you.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Yeah, like having kids, even, like, okay, no. I'll tell you what, though, that same contract, getting back on track, that same contract we were on, you know what that I don't know why it reminded, well, maybe it was the dick talk in between too, but do you remember that house that we went to that looked like kind of fancy, but it was super old? And we were we went to the house, and it was still the pre-wire stage, and we went in there, and there was that old guy with the two little dogs, and he had that fucking stick. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. Oh, so yeah, we went in and we were just getting ready to start wiring, and the little dog kept barking. So we took this fucking stick. It's
always the little dogs.
It's always the little ones, man. Those big ones are just like, will run up to you and like, pet me, please pet me, but they're quiet. 100% quiet all the fucking time. Those little dogs, holy fuck, Josh, just will not shut up. Like, which it never bothered me, but man, some of these homeowners, dude, they would go off the fucking handle. Including this guy. This guy had a fucking stick, and the dog, this is the funny part too, is like the dog would continue to sit next to his recliner, and then when the dog would bark, he'd whack it with the fucking stick. And mind you, this wasn't a big stick. Like, it was just kind of like there was
a ruler.
No, it wasn't even a ruler, man. It was like a fucking little tiny twig. Like,
yeah, there
was no way. I mean, obviously, he probably could have hurt the dog if it hit the dog in the eye or something like that. But for the most part, it was like, at least in my opinion, the stick was nowhere near like thick enough to actually injure the dog, unless it hit the dog in the eye or something like that, right?
Yep.
But at the same time, like, he would lean over and shut up, and he would whap, and he would slap it on its ass. And the dog didn't even yip. It would just shut up. It would just sit there and shut up. And one time he did it, and he actually hit the dog kind of hard. And I stopped and I looked at him, and I was like, I gave him that look like, motherfucker, you hit that dog with that fucking thing again, I'm going to take that, I'm going to pop you in the fucking face with it. Like, for real, dude. I was getting mad. And then we determined where all the lines needed to be ran. And I will never forget this, because of just how scarred I was. Like, okay. Well, fuck, man. Like, seriously. I don't know. I don't know.
Go on.
It's a very complicated situation. So I understand people have medical conditions. I get that. But we were there for nearly an hour, and this never happened. So it makes me wonder, could he have waited? Like, could he have waited until we were done with the install before he did it? That's always been the question in my head. So we figure out we're going to run lines. You grabbed a couple of boxes, and then I saw him fucking hit the dog, and I gave him that look. Like, motherfucker, I will kill you if you hit that dog like that again.
Yep.
And then I help you with something real quick, but then I run back out to the van to grab 2 more boxes of cable, and I come back into the house, and now the dog is in his, like, he's laying on this recliner, his feet is up, he's leaned all the way back, and the dog is now laying on his chest, and he's like, he's like holding it like, a fancy person would hold a dog, and he's holding this dog, and this dude has completely unzipped his pants and pulled his dick out, and he's got some kind of, like, the only thing I can make sense of it was, when you've been in an accident and they take that breathing bag that they put over your face, you know what I mean? It was like one of those, but for his dick. And it wasn't like
a catheter.
It wasn't a catheter, man. Like, this, I don't know. Like, it was like a cup, though, dude. Like,
yeah.
And the dude could walk. He could walk. I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know what it was. I don't know.
Like, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
I mean, fuck, dude. Like, isn't a catheter where it's actually, like, surgically
inserted? Not
like,
surgically. It's just inserted. You put, like, their medical lubrication on it, and they slide it up your urethra and into your bladder, and it's just like a permanent way to go to the bathroom if you need to.
Oh God, yeah. And then you wear a bag, right?
Yes. Yep.
This was
it
not,
goes into a bag.
This was not that. This was not that.
Well, it didn't go into a bucket.
I don't know what it went into, but it was one of those split decisions, like, or not decisions. It was one of those super, super, super split seconds where you just kind of like, you're walking there, and then all of a sudden you glance over, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And you're like, "Oh my God, don't look!" Like,
at first you look, and then you're like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, you're like, "Holy shit!" Like, what the fuck? And then you just like, don't
my
look
eyes.
At it. Yeah, no, right? Like, dude, I remember running down into the basement, like, homie, his dick's out.
Like, is it big?
Yeah, dude. Like, oh my God, I will never fucking forget that. Like,
so I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm like, dude, his dick is out. Like, he is in that fucking recliner holding the dog, and his dick is out. And it's in
I'm like, what's he doing to the dog?
It is in some kind of contraption that he might be pissing in. Like this, oh God, man. I hate
So I'm
this
like,
thing.
all right, I'll run to the van. Come back. I'm like, yep, his dick's out.
Confirmed. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, terrible. Like, but couldn't you go into another room? Like, it was like
Covered up.
just no shit. Yeah, blankets. That would have been a good idea. No shame. No shame at all. This guy gave 0 fucks. Oh my God, dude. You have no idea how much.
Whatever.
You have no idea how much I want to name this episode. Dick is out. Fuck.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Oh my God, yeah. Holy fucking shit. I just could not believe that. Like, 0 shame. These fucking small towns have all kinds of people where it's like, what the fuck, man?
It's like, why are you okay with this?
Right. It's like, God damn, dude. Seriously.
It's kind of like the people, I'm sure you've had this too, but the parents that are so willing to leave their kids behind while they run to the store while we're there wiring the house.
Oh, I know, dude.
The youngest one I had was probably 4 or 5 years old.
Fuck off, seriously?
Yeah.
Like, the youngest one I ever had was like 7 or 8. Oh my God, this sounds so terrible. I don't think we should talk about this. Even though it's 100% innocent.
Well, I mean, obviously people are going to be wondering what the fuck we're talking about now, but I mean, just to go over it simple, like one lady, the one with the 4 or 5 year old, she said that she asked if she could run to the store, and we're like, no, somebody of 18 or of age needs to be here all the time, especially if there's kids around here. And she's like, okay, fine. And then half hour later, we notice that her fucking car is gone, and the kid's sitting in the living room playing with the toys. Like she left,
Right.
like her young child there with strangers wiring her house, and didn't even bat an eye at it. Comes back with her groceries and just goes right back to it. It's like, how the fuck are you okay with this?
Seriously, dude. Yeah, no, I ran into a couple of occasions like that myself. Not that extreme, but there was one house we came across, and you know how some of these small towns, it has like one gas station, and this one gas station carries just enough for people to get by, so they'll fucking like walk across the street and go to the gas station and grab something.
Yeah.
Like we were wiring up a house, and there was like, how old was this kid? This kid was like 8 or 9 years old. So of course I'm talking to this kid about fucking Legos and all kinds of shit.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Yep.
And then I forget who I was working with, but he came downstairs as I was terminating the cable, and he was like, dude, have you seen the homeowner? And I was like, no.
You're like, what's wrong with him?
I'm like, is their dick out?
Basically.
No. So I'm like, no. What do you mean? And God, dude, who was I with? He was just like, dude, I think they took off. And I'm like, oh my God, they did not just abandon kid us, just joking. And I went upstairs and I was like, oh, the homeowners, like I pretended to go grab something. Mm-hmm. And I came back downstairs and I was like, the car's still here, man. They're probably in the garage or something. He was like, no, dude, no. Like, I don't think they're here. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, whatever. Obviously, they did not abandon their kid with us. They got to be here somewhere. So I just didn't believe it. I did not believe that a parent could leave their kid like that with two fucking strangers in the house. Yep. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, whatever. Just ignore it. I'm sure they're going to just like, oh, hey, you guys want something to drink? Like 2 seconds from now. And then 5 minutes go by. And I'm like, okay, this is weird.
Yeah.
And then I go out to the van. Right as I'm going out to the van, fucking homeowner comes walking across the street from the gas station. And I'm like, motherfucker, word? Like, we have a van, right? Like, fuck, dude, are you serious? He just took off? And mind you, it was across the street. Like, that is true, but at the same time, it's like, motherfucker, you don't know who we are.
Nope.
Like, we're strangers. We're not the local telecom, bro. Like, we're two completely fucking strange subcontractors that are in your fucking house, and you leave your kid here? Like, how fucking dare you, dude? Are you kidding? Oh, I wanted to fucking yell at this person so bad. I was going off in my head, man. I was like, you're fucking lucky I want to keep my job right now.
Yep.
Oh, I was so fucking mad. But yeah, and then, what was the other time? The other time was,
I thought there was, I don't know if it was your story, but wasn't there one where the parent sent you into their daughter's bedroom and she was like 16 and she's just like naked sleeping on the bed or something like that?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, that might have been one of the other guys, but...
Holy shit, no, that wasn't me. That's for sure not me.
Yeah, that one, not to go deep into it, I guess, but it just, long story short, yeah, the homeowners, they sent the tech in there to wire the house, or to wire the bedroom, that TV, and they seen the daughters in there, like, naked, sleeping in her bed, and they come back out quick, and they're like, oh, that's your daughter's in there, and they're like, oh, just ignore her. It's like, no, she doesn't have any clothes on. They're like, just ignore her, go wire it. It's
Holy
just like,
fucking shit, dude.
what the fuck are you thinking?
Right, seriously.
Just ignore my naked daughter.
Seriously.
Sleeping in the fucking bed.
Oh, man, fucking weirdos, dude. I'm telling you, fucking weirdos. And then the one I was thinking of was that house we came across where, I want to say it was Al. I was with Al, and we got to the house, and we rapped on the door, and it was this 10-year-old kid. And You're like, hey, buddy, is your parents home? You know, and he was like, no, not yet, but they'll be home. They'll be home in about an hour. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, and mind you, you know how we scheduled. So it's like 2, 3 o'clock. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to fucking wait around till 4 o'clock and then spend like, because looking, you know how you could judge a house before you went into it. Like you could just see the structure. And this was one of those houses, dude, where it's like, oh, God, this fucker's going to take like 4 hours to wire. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I do not want to be at this fucking house till 8 o'clock at night. So I'm like, oh, no, that's no problem. Just let him know. Just let your parents know that, you know, the phone company will call him back to reschedule. Oh, no, come on in. Come on in. It'll be fine. I can handle it. I'm like, okay, bud. Look, there's paperwork that needs to be signed. Like, I understand that, you know, you're cool with it and you're the man of the house right now, you know. But we have guidelines and that we got to follow. And unfortunately, your parents have to be home. So. Not this time, but we'll get that cool TV and internet to you. Don't worry about it, you know. And we went to go leave, and the whole time, oh no, it wasn't Al I was with. Who the fuck was I with? Well, whoever I was with was like pushing me, like, dude, we need to wire that house. And I was like, we can come back to wire the house. There's no fiber in the area. We got plenty of fucking time, you know. Like, and so he kept pushing, like, why don't we just go and get it done? I'm like, why don't you have any fucking patience? You trying to get home or like, what the fuck? Like, are you trying to finish this contract tomorrow or like, what's the deal? Because last I checked, we've got like 6 months. Yep. So, you know, I'm just like tripping on this. Like, why are you trying to get into this house so bad? Like, what the fuck? Like, it's not that big a deal. And it wasn't until later I realized that, you know, he was like trying to do whatever he could to get OT, is what it was. Oh, yeah, okay. Because he knew, like, at this point, he knew that that house was going to take us till 8 o'clock at night, and that was easy OT. Yeah. And, God, you know how that was on our contracts, man. Those contracts were strict about OT. Like, yep. And there was a couple I was on, there were penalties for it. Like, if we racked up OT. Oh, yeah. It was those government ones. What the fuck were they called?
Yeah, I can't think of what those contracts are called.
I can't think of it either. But yeah, those ones that were specifically contracted through government grants, those motherfuckers were like seriously strict on OT. Like there was some, I'm trying to think of which one it was. One of them had
prevailing
fines.
Wage?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, the prevailing wage contracts. Yeah, that sounds right. There was one I was on where it was in the contract that the telecom would get fined if we got OT.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Like, yeah. I was like, holy shit. But I never ran into an auditor. Did you?
No.
I heard they were everywhere. Like, I heard they were checking. I heard those inspectors were everywhere, dude. But
yeah, I mean, we even were told and warned about it when we were at the office for a meeting and, like, what documentation that we would need to show them and things like that.
Yeah, we had to carry a whole fucking booklet of documentation, and we had to completely re-outfit the vans, and
yep,
never ran into a one. Not a single fucking one. But yeah, man, that kid, I don't care. I don't even care if I got in trouble. Like, if there was a young kid and there weren't parents home, I'm like, no, not happening. Nope. Like, I'm out.
It's too risky.
Yeah, way too risky, man. There's so much potential to go wrong.
Yeah.
Like, what if that kid got fucking hurt? Like, serious? Like, what if we were in the basement just, like, terminating lines, and all of a sudden we hear a crash because this fucking kid decided it was a good idea to grab the fucking umbrella and jump off the roof while we're there? Like, oh, yeah, there's a good fucking plan. Dude. Yeah, man. For real. There was so much potential to go wrong there. Like, oh, God. And can you imagine the fallout from some shit like that? Like, if the kid, like, if the fucking parents took off, we're in the basement, you know, doing cabling, and this kid decides to turn on the fucking stove and winds up with a 3rd-degree burn. How the fuck is that shit gonna go down? Like, you know what I mean? Oh, God, dude. Just fucking stupid. I hate it. Oh.
We went off on a tangent again.
God damn it. We've done that like 3 times this episode. We are totally not like, God. And you know what? Talking about this kid thing, and now that I look back at the title of this episode, this is bad, dude. This is so bad. Anyway, moving on.
Okay. Seductive houses. Go.
Oh, God. Oh, dude, I see the next one on the list, and I don't want to talk about it.
Which one is that?
The tow truck guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of...
You have to talk about that.
Fucking A. Speaking of trying to turn straight guys gay. But this guy... Oh, dude.
Hey, big boy.
Oh, my God, no. This guy was like... Okay, so the areas that we worked in... it was like rural backwoods country. So it's like, we're not talking, what the fuck is that movie with Heath Ledger?
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, we're not talking Brokeback Mountain cowboy country boys. We're talking hillbilly. We're talking,
take out your teeth.
Oh my God, like take out your teeth, like, you know, like white power, like fucking, you know, hardcore religious, just America, they took our gerbs, like that kind of stuff. No, obviously not everywhere, but there was a lot of it. And a lot of these small towns are like, religion is super, super, super prominent. So, I mean, like you just don't expect the same stuff that you see in the fucking city, dude. Like in the city, you've got all kinds of different, you know, people. Like it's a lot of, what's that?
Acceptance is there.
Right. You have acceptance, and because of that, you have a just huge populace of free people that are, I mean, I understand there is still, you know, some persecution out there and whatnot. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying it's a lot different when you're talking rural town in the middle of nowhere to Minneapolis. Minneapolis, yep. There's so many free people out there that are expressing themselves right now, and it's expected. But if you go into the rural areas of the Midwest, not so much. Like it's the same thing damn near everywhere you go. It's the same fucking thing, like except for those extremists, you know, the ones I was talking about, like the, you know, the white power, they took our jobs, you know, that kind of stuff. That's the extreme end of it. But if you were to, you know, average it out on a scale, it is your average, typical white picket fence, life on the prairie, frickin' farmer husband, stay-at-home wife with the boy and the girl children, meat and potatoes. You know what I mean? Like, yep. Like the picturesque, you know, image of the Midwest, and that's it. You know, like that is it. So we go to. This wasn't even my install. Like I could have completely avoided this entire situation had I not been generous this time. So had I said, fuck it, we're not going to go help, we're going to go back to the hotel, this never would have happened. But you know me. Yep. The workhorse. Yep. So I'm like, dude, it's like 3:00. We're done. We're going to help the other crew. So call up the other crew and head out. And this property that they were installing was this huge property that was a junkyard and more of quote unquote a towing company for the local area than just like junk, like a scrapyard that sells parts. So this was somebody who had a couple of like 2 or 3 tow trucks. And he had like 2 or 3 tow trucks, and he was called on by like the police and fire department all the time to come tow whatever vehicles, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Anyway, so we get there, and when I get there, the homeowner's not there. So it's just the crew. And we jump in, we grab the boxes of cable, and we start helping out. And I jump into the basement, I start pulling cable. And I can hear conversation upstairs, so it's like, oh, the homeowner's home, you know, whatever, all right, still going, blah, blah, blah. And I hear the guy say, I hear him go, oh, you got friends that showed up. And who's I with? Was it Doug? I think it was Doug turned around and he was like, yep. We called in for backup and we should be done here pretty soon. You know, I mean, you know how Doug was. He had that just like, yeah, he had that backwoods accent. Anyway, I can't do it, but, so I needed my staple gun. So I go upstairs and go out to the van, And here's what I believe is the owner of the property. It's like, dude, anything you would like, if you picture a backwoods hillbilly tow truck driver, spitting image, whatever you're thinking right now and you're listening to this episode, you're correct. Like, dude, like the guy's like, he's like the old farm dude, like jacked up. He's got the cut off sleeve t-shirt that's like, it's like an extended tank top. You know what I mean? Like the sleeves are too big. It's like he tore them off himself, you know? Like, and he's wearing the jeans that are just all dirty and greasy, and fucking he's got on the work boots, and he's got on, I shit you not, man, he's got on a fucking NASCAR hat. Like just everything.
It's like, so cliche.
Like 100% cliche. Like he even had a dip in, dude. Like dude, like as cliche as you can possibly get. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, like, oh God, Phil, you're such a stereotyping fuck. Like, you know? So anyway, I'm walking past him and he's like, oh hey, you must be the guy here to help. And I was like, yeah, we got done a little bit early, and so we're helping out the other crew. So we'll be all done and out of here in no time. And he's like, oh, and he kind of like looks at me weird, and he goes, no rush. And I was like, all right, that's a little backwards, but whatever, you know. So I go into the van and I grab,
which is kind of common, you know. People could just be, you know, oh yeah, no rush, you know, take your time.
See, now saying it like that, yeah, 100%. But it was weird because he shot me a weird look. And he paused when he said it. He was like, oh, no rush. It was like, I'm like, all right, yeah, you're your typical backwoods weirdo, no problem. So I go out and grab the freaking staple gun, and I come back inside, and I go back down into the basement, and I didn't hear the whole conversation. But all I heard for sure was, you've been working with that guy for how long?
And you're like, great.
I'm like, motherfucker, no, we don't need to be friends. Like, seriously, like, you're not even going to remember me a week from now. Like, you know, I appreciate you trying to get to know us, but it's like, we get it, you're not interested. I take that back. The only reason I take it back is because I cannot... If any of you rural housewives are listening to this, my God, I cannot thank you enough for all of the lunches that you gave us.
Yes.
That was by far and beyond one of my most favorite things on the job. Holy crap. Each and every one of you women are amazing. You guys are the definition of Northern hospitality. Holy crap. That was amazing. Thank you.
Yep.
For all of the sandwiches, the homemade caramel corn, the cookies, the soup, like all of it. Yeah, 100%, man. Oh, dude, that was my favorite thing about the job by far. Anyway, so I'm coming back up, and I'm bringing my tools back now because everything's done. And I look at the guy. I just got to like shoot him a glance, like, because he's like standing there staring at me.
He's sizing me up. Go eat me.
Yeah. Anyway, I notice he's like staring at me, and I'm like, "Yep, you're all set, man. It was good. It's good talking with you. And if you need anything, just let the phone company know." And he was like, "Oh, hey, you going so soon?" And I was like, "Yeah, we got to get back. You know, we got a lot of paperwork to do and whatnot." He's like, "Oh, why don't you stay?" Says it just like that. I'm not exaggerating that. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, thanks. You know, we got to get going. I mean, besides, I don't want to have a drink and drive. You know, I'm trying to be responsible and that whole thing. I get it, but no, I got to get going. He's like, all right, no problem. I understand. And he's talking weird, dude. And I'm like, motherfucker, what is this guy's problem? You know, but the whole time, it's like I can hear him talking to everybody else, and I'm the only one he's talking weird to. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's all in your head.
I didn't even, I know, right? Like, I'm just imagining this shit, right? No, 100% not. So, week and a half later, I'm on a completely different install. And I call into the phone office. Or no. Or wait, yeah. Yeah, no, I called into the phone office. And I'm trying to figure out where the fuck this house is, right? And the CSR on the other line, she's like, Phil. I'm like, what?
Yep.
Like, what the
Typical.
fuck? I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, she's like, do you want to go back out? Do you want to go back and help that tow truck guy? And I was like, oh, God, what's not? And then I'm like, wait a minute. We're in the pre-wire stage. Like, nothing's...
Yeah, because you're like, what's not working?
You're right. Yeah,
Is there
that's
a TV
immediate-
down.
Exactly. You know how we work, man. You know how our minds, the gears turn. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck broke? And then I'm like...
Forgot to wire a TV. That's another typical one. Like,
yeah.
We decided we wanted a TV here now.
Right.
So come back out and run another line.
Exactly. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what does he want? Like, seriously? All right, and please tell me we can bill him. Because, dude, there were 4 of us there the entire time. He was talking to us the entire time.
He had his chances.
Yeah, nothing ever got said. And it's like, I understand, like, the wife comes home or something like that. But you got to understand that these installs are specifically explained and scheduled at least 2 weeks ahead of time. So that's not our fault. Like, seriously, not our fault. Anyway, she's like, no, he came in looking for you. And I was like, whoa. What do you mean?
For you, just you, not your team.
Me? Yeah. I was like, what do you mean came in looking for me? Like, as in, and now I'm thinking like, oh, motherfucker. So immediately, I can't remember who I was with. I turned to him, I'm like, you left your fucking drill at that tow truck guy's house, didn't you? And he was like, no, I've been using it the whole time. I'm like, oh, fucking A right. Yeah, you have been using it. Do you have all your tools? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, did we leave something at this guy's house? She's like, no. He actually wanted your number. I'm like, okay, well, we don't typically give out our cell phone 100% blind to what's going on here. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, typically we don't give out our cell phone numbers because obviously, we're here for 8 months and then we're gone.
Yep.
So, like, what did he want? Like, did he tell you what he wanted? And she was like, oh yeah. And mind you, at this point, we've built up a reputation now. So this CSR is doing nothing but fucking with my head. And she goes, oh yeah, he wanted you. And I was like, what? Like, what did you just say to me? And she goes, he even brought flowers. I was like, fuck off. Shit. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I'm like, fuck off. Are you serious? And she's like, nope, I need you to come into the office. So sure enough, dude, I come into the office and there is a fucking bouquet of flowers. And the guy's business card with his personal cell written on the back. And just like that typical cliche shit, call me with an explanation point.
Wow.
Oh yeah, dude. We're talking like burly fucking backwoods hillbilly guy. Like, we're not talking like, hey girl, hey, you gonna install something for me today? No, we're not talking flaming. We're talking like, how's it going, boy? Like, we're yeah, like 100%, man. I'm like, word? Dude, whole phone office was fucking dying laughing.
They were waiting.
So she turns to me, she's like, so you gonna call him? You gonna call him? Like, trying to get all cocky. And I was like, fucking ain't right, I'm gonna call him and give me some dick tonight. And everybody's dude, I walked out of that phone office and I threw all that shit in the fucking dumpster with the rest of the fucking garbage that day. I was like, fuck that, man. That's some scary shit. That motherfucker was scary.
Everybody needs love, Phil.
But still, dude, the way he was saying shit to me, man, that's like, That's like
just
Buffalo
be
Bill type shit.
appreciative that you're wanted.
That is true. I did feel. I didn't.
I did feel
I did feel good about myself, but oh, dude, no.
He wanted to feel good about himself too.
Oh my God, no! I never admitted that to any of the guys. They were all just laughing about it. But in my head, I was just like, "Bitch, that's right. He wanted this ass." So
Yeah, he didn't want any of you.
Oh, exactly, motherfuckers. That's right, bitch.
Snaps his fingers.
Oh my God. But seriously, 100% unexpected. I'm like, word? That dude? Like, holy fuck. Yeah, man. Total fucking trip. Total trip.
Wow. So did you ever get a second date? Or?
Shut the fuck up. I should have took him to that club down in the fucking cities. The one I've never been to. Holy shit. And I started that joke.
Well, there's a bunch you've never been to, though.
I don't think I've ever been. No, I've never been to a gay club before.
No.
I wanted to go. I've heard the gay 90s is like nothing but a huge fucking party. And that is one thing.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's one thing I credit the gay community for. You guys know how to fucking party. Holy fucking shit. Like, I am not. See, there's a part of me that gets a little scared, and it's not. I'm not talking like that. It's just like, I get scared because I'm not 20 anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm at a point now where if I drink a 12-pack of beer, I'm going to have a nasty fucking hangover, dude. You know, after a 12-pack, I used to be able to put down a liter of vodka, man.
And now you're a lightweight.
No, I'm not a lightweight. I'm just getting fucking old, dude. I'm getting super fucking old.
You're growing up.
I'm all grown up.
Oh, I suppose my stories.
Mm-hmm.
You like this one.
I love this story. I'm not even going to pretend like I don't know what you're going to tell me because I love this story.
Everyone would know you would have heard this story by now.
Oh, yeah. 100%. There's no way.
Which is why you talked about Minneapolis.
I know, absolutely. I was hoping that would be a good segue into it.
Yeah.
Oh, tell away.
All right. So, one of our Christmas parties that our prior employer would throw for us, he was really cool. I loved our Christmases because he'd always put us up in a hotel. He would take us out to eat, cover our drinks, like everything he paid for, like the entire evening. And like I've seen some of his bills, like when we went to Fogo de Chau's and he paid for everybody's food and drinks. It was like a $7,000 tab.
Oh, yeah.
Insane.
That dude, Jeff, you are the party master. Like, holy fucking shit. You are the king of parties, man. Thank you a million times over.
I remember when he had that hat, the drinking hat with the Morgan in it.
Oh, yeah. I forgot all about that. Holy shit.
He was trash that night.
Oh, my God. He was so fucking wasted.
So, one of ours, the best one, was in Minneapolis. That was the first and only time we had been to Minneapolis for our Christmas parties.
Motherfucker, that was the... Oh, no. We missed the next time because that was right after we quit.
Oh, did they do one more after we left?
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe they thought that's why everybody was leaving. But, we don't go to Minneapolis anymore.
The parties aren't good enough anymore. No, the parties were fine. Didn't have to
No,
do
they wanted to be centralized, because we did have a lot of people from our Kansas office and stuff like that. So they just wanted to pick a point in between so then everybody, kind of had the same driving distance. Didn't have to drive, half the people drive only 6 hours compared to a small group of them driving 12.
I always hated that.
It makes sense, but it still sucked because it limited us on what we could all go and do.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yep. So the one in Minneapolis, we get to the hotel, we check in, and what's cool is like if we were married or had a significant other, we would stay in our hotel rooms with them. But just to save a little bit of money, if we were single or didn't bring anybody, they would room us with somebody random. They would like it to be random because then that would encourage us to get to know each other, you know.
And then not to mention the fact that he didn't get us just hotel rooms. It was always suites.
Yeah,
like
they were always
suites,
really nice rooms.
Yeah, insane.
Yeah, I loved it. It was a fun time.
Oh yeah, it was such a blast.
So this time, I think for this story, I'm going to use fake names. just two fake names.
Yeah, I think that's very advisable.
Yeah.
So we'll say.
No, I'm going to say Tim for the guy that I'm rooming with, and then John for the other guy.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Tim and John.
Those are nice common names.
Yep.
Nothing suspect here. Their names really were Tim and John.
Right.
Go on.
So yeah, I get roomed with this guy Tim, and I had already known him because I worked on one of the other contracts with him for at least 6 months.
Yep.
So already got to know him. And so we do our thing when we got there, you know, checked into a hotel, go downstairs, go to the bar, order some drinks, stuff like that. And you're there because who did you get roomed with?
Who did I get roomed with? I don't remember. It's probably somebody from Kansas then, if I can't remember.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah, because just like you were saying before, they tried to do that to like get us to be all friendly, and it's like, dude, I'm gonna know this person for 2 minutes, and then I'm never gonna see him again for 12 months. Like,
Yep.
I don't
There's
understand.
only so close a friendship we're gonna make here.
Right? Like I get what you're trying to do, and it's a valiant effort, but we don't care about each other. Oh, do you remember that meeting where we actually brought that up, and she was just like, what do you mean? We were just like, well, yeah, we just don't understand it. We would rather room with the people that we know. You know, like,
well, that, and you don't work next to them. It's not like somebody that sits in a couple cubes over that you haven't really got to know. It's these people that are like 3-4 states away that like you said, you're only going to see them once a year.
right.
So it's kind of pointless to try to make some deep conversation, or not conversation, but deep relationship and stuff with them.
Seriously, man. Yeah, no, and I felt bad for saying it like that, but it was the truth, dude. It was like, we're never going to, like, if there's ever a contract down there, obviously you guys are going to handle that, and there's no reason to pull us freaking, 20, 25 hours south to go work on that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and there's no reason to pull you 20, 25 hours north. Like, there's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no point. We're never going to see you again until the next Christmas party. Like, I get it. I understand what you're trying to do, but we don't care. we don't care. We care about your effort. We understand that, but we don't care about the product.
No,
we don't care about what you're trying to. Oh, dude, that was I don't know why I just thought of this. That was when Jeff came to talk to me about, because you remember he used to give us like all the drink tabs before he would get drunk and then just open the bar.
Yes.
like, okay, now you guys.
I'll let you get 3 drinks.
Yeah, you only get 3 or 4 drinks this time, and then you're on your own. But sure enough, by the second drink, he was like, "Oh, the bar's open. Everybody fucking party." Like, why do we bother with the tickets again? I mean, is this just to help with your guilt, or? But no, that was the time when I took my drink tickets and I went to the bar that was in the Radisson, and I noticed they had that bottle of Lefroy.
Yeah,
that scotch, and I was like, "Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna have one of them," and I gave him the drink ticket. And then I sat down there for a while waiting for everybody, and people didn't really show up right away, so I was like, "Yep, give me another." We were walking, we were downtown, we weren't gonna fucking drive anywhere, so I'm like, "Fuck yeah, give me another one." I gave him another ticket, and then after the party, Jeff comes up and he's like, "Man, Phil, you really got some expensive taste." And I'm like, "The fuck are you talking about?" Because I didn't even remember about those 2 glasses. Those 2 fucking glasses of Lefroy, $48 fucking dollars, dude.
Yep.
I was like, oh my fucking God, I'm sorry.
That was my bad.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. $24 a fucking shot. Like,
Yep.
holy fuck, dude. Anyway, continue.
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, we were pre-gaming it with you sitting down in the hotel room or in the bar in the lobby.
Yep.
Yeah. And after that, that was basically our gathering point to get ready to go out to eat. So we would just sit down there, have drinks, and wait for everybody to show up. And when everybody was there, then yes, we would head out. We had a set time, and anybody that didn't make it, then their loss, I guess. But
Right.
so by the time we got to the restaurant, you were feeling pretty good.
Oh God, that's right. That's the. Oh my God,
You
that's
were trash.
Pogo de Chow, dude. I can't even remember eating there.
Nope.
I'm so mad. I'm so
Yep.
mad.
You've always said that. Yep. We go to this really nice place to eat, and you don't even remember.
I can't. I blacked out drunk. Fucking A, dude.
Yep.
It's not my fault. The boss just like opened shit up. Oh man, I know what kind of party we're getting into. I'm just participating.
Yep.
No, seriously, that was bad though. I swore I'd never do that again, and I didn't. I didn't do it again.
So far.
I won't do it again. There's no way. I've gotten tipsy. Like even at this past year's Christmas party, I got tipsy. I had fun with everybody, but then again, it's like I not even remotely close to the way I was that fucking party.
Yep.
Outside,
I never get blackout drunk. Never been there. Like I just get to the point where I'm sick and vomiting and can't drink anymore. I've never ever blacked out.
Oh, don't do it, man. It's not fun. It's not fun waking up that next day like, fuck, what happened?
Yes.
I've done that like maybe 3 or 4 times. It's not fun. The next day is not fun.
Nope.
Anyway.
Wake up with raccoon eyes because you got beat up by somebody that thought they were tough.
We're not okay, go on. Go on.
That's another day.
That is a whole nother episode.
All right. So yeah, this fancy restaurant that we're talking about, it's a Brazilian steakhouse, and what's really cool is like the salad bar is probably this 40-foot long table, both sides. Think of teepee shaped, and yeah, you go on each side. There's so many different kinds of cheeses and like little deli meats and things like that. And it was amazing, so fresh. And you get your what's that?
Was it?
It was freshy fresh. I tossed that salad.
No, I was just saying because I don't
like
I don't know.
No one's business.
I don't remember. Apparently, I ate like a fucking horse there, but I don't remember.
Yes, it was very good. You loved it.
That's what I was told. Anyway, sorry.
So after you do the salad bar, then you sit down at the table, and you have a little coaster that same type of coaster you'd set your glass on. But with this coaster, it's a red side and a green side. If you have it on the red side, nobody's going to stop and give you food. But this will make sense in a second. But when it's on the green side, the employees will walk around with these huge skewers of meat, all different kinds, like steaks and chops and different things like that. And they keep stopping up to you. Hey, do you want some of this? And then you say yes, and they'll cut off a big slab on your plate, and they'll move on. And then somebody else with a different kind of meat will walk up and ask you the same thing. So as long as this coaster is green, they're going to keep stopping and asking you. Then when you flip it over red, finish eating your food, flip it back over green, here they come back again. It was basically a buffet that's coming to you. Oh, yeah. Loved it. Super delicious. Phil, you'd love it.
Apparently I did, because Eric got pissed at me and almost punched me in the face because I kept flipping the card over green and I had a big mountain of fucking just meat.
You ate it.
I did, man. I was fucking hungry, apparently.
Yeah.
That was probably the only reason why I was able to be coherent the following day.
Yeah. Yep. Eating that food.
God damn.
So we ate our food, super delicious. Probably some of the best food I've ever had. And after that, we leave there, go back to the hotel, and at this point, that's as far as people plan for this event. The boss, he doesn't plan anything further. His whole thing is, I'll get him a hotel room, take him out to eat, and then maybe just hang out at the bar afterwards. So there's no plans past that. So everybody's back at the hotel in the lobby and in that little bar, and they're like, well, what do we do? So probably half of them, we'll start with the small group. A bunch of them, they brought their wives. Their wives are like, hey, let's go back to the room. They're probably going to go fuck something. But, well, they don't get to go out with the boys because they brought out the wives,
Well, a big point of this, a big deal about this particular story is nobody in the company at this point, at least as far as I'm aware, besides me, knew that you were gay.
No.
Right.
Not at this point. Nope.
Right. So I was the only one at this point.
So those small group, they went back to their rooms. There was probably half that were like, well, let's go to the strip club. Typical younger guys, because there was a bunch of them that were all between ages of 21 and 30.
That was always the go-to. Now what do we do? Yep. No, man, I'm good.
Yep. That's almost cliche as well.
Right. Seriously. Really? We haven't gotten out of that stage yet, bro?
No. It's all guys like to do. Go to the bar and look at titties.
Dude, this place
they do, I guess.
I mean, it's a fun novelty when you're like 18 to 22. You know what I mean? But once you cross that 22 mark, it's like, okay, there's a chance I might catch something in there, so I'm good. You know what I mean? I understand, even now, if you have a big group, for a company Christmas party, though, no, dude, no. Save that for, the bachelor party. You know?
I mean, the boss, if he goes back to his room, it's open game. Do what you want. Party it up.
Right. No, I understand that. But it's just, this is one of those things where it's always suggested, and it's like, well, here's the biggest thing. I want to keep my money. You know what I mean? I'd rather just go buy beer.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm not about to shove my money up Candy's ass.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
So, and I would have preferred to hang out with my main friends like you and Jeff and Eric, but Jeff and Eric, they both brought their wives, so they went back to the room, and you were too fucked up and couldn't walk, so you had to go lay down.
It was passed out by what time was it at this point? 10?
Probably, yeah, it was 10 or 11. It's not like it was late.
I just fucking blacked out drunk, just passed out in the room it's fucking what should have been 2 a.m.
Yep.
Fucking 10. Jesus. Fucking dumb shit.
So I was like, well, I'm not tired and I want to do something, I guess. But at this point, there's the only people that are hanging around that I kind of knew was Tim, the guy that I had worked with, and then one of the other guys, John. So we're like, well, what do we do? And the other guys, they went to the strip club, and they're like, well, we could go to the strip club with them. I was like, it's not really my scene. I didn't say why, but I was like, I just don't like strip clubs. And
right.
They weren't really that in trying to go to the strip club anyways. They seemed like they wanted to do something else close by, because those guys had to take a taxi 15, 20 miles out to get to whatever strip club that they're trying to get to.
Oh God.
So yeah, so I wanted to stay nearby, something walking distance. So what do? You bring up your phones, you look what's close. So what do we see that's all close? Oh, there's a gay bar that's nearby. So obviously I'm like, well, yeah, I kind of want to go here. But the other guys, they're like, okay, they were confident in their sexuality. They didn't care about going to the strip or to this gay bar. So all right, let's go here.
Right.
So we go there and sit down, have drinks, hang out, and it's about an hour that we hang out there. And the guy that I'm rooming with, Tim, he goes to the bathroom, and then he comes back, and he's like, well, I'm going to go back to the hotel room. why?
Fuck.
I just want to go. It's like, okay, I wonder what's up with him. So then it's just me and John sitting there. So then maybe 15 minutes later, we have to pee as well. So we go to the bar or to the bathroom. As we're walking to the bathroom, we seen that up on the stage, they got the shower going on. And in this gay bar, there's basically a glass shower that guys will go into and strip down and basically be sexy and clean themselves and just be
No way.
hot as they can. Yeah. So you just got naked dudes up on stage showering.
And this bugged him out and he bailed?
That's what we're thinking.
I don't remember that part.
Yep. So
dude, that's
that was
so
my
funny.
assumption, was that he got spooked out. Like, he was okay to come here, but as soon as he seen a dick, he had to go.
As soon as the dick was out, he was out.
Yep.
Oh, you poor virgin soul. Somebody got desensitized tonight. Oh.
Yep. So we just laugh it off and whatever, stay there. And we go until it's closing time. It was 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure they close at 3 in the morning. But we have a great time. We got all fucked up, and even though John is straight, he got a couple phone numbers. He thought it was hilarious. And because we were just dancing, we go out on the dance floor and dance, and we have a good time.
Hell yeah. Party.
Yep. So close it down, and we're like, all right, let's go back to the hotel. And go back to the hotel, and we split our own ways, get off the elevator where I need to, and go back to the room. And the guy that I'm room with, Tim, he's still awake. So I'm like, why the fuck are you awake? I figured you would go to bed. And he's just tinkering around on this little weird guitar that he brought.
Ukulele?
What's that?
Ukulele?
No, it wasn't like that. Think it was like a foldable electric guitar.
What?
That you would. Yeah, it was something goofy.
Oh,
I'd never
God.
seen anything like it.
Okay.
I mean, he wasn't good at it. So
Oh.
I was like, all right, whatever. So I told him, I was like, I'm going to bed. It's like I'm buzzed up and I'm tired of shit. I was like, all right, I'll go to bed too. So obviously we have our own beds there. Shut the lights off, go to bed. I'm like, oh, thank God. Lay there, trying to go to sleep. It's like 5 minutes later, it's silent in the room. And then I hear the roommate, Tim, he's like, Andy. I was like, you awake? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, why? So he's like, I don't want things to be weird between us. And when he says this, from my perspective, I'm like, okay, here comes the talk of, now that I know you're gay, I don't want you hitting on me. I hope you don't find me attractive. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, keep your
because
gay
people get
away from
weirded
me.
out. So, yeah, that's 100% what I was expecting.
Well, given the area we live in, or
absolutely,
quote unquote lived in. I mean, the same rural areas we were just talking about. We lived there. And it's tough, man. People are seriously
very closed-minded.
Yes, exactly.
So I was like, yeah, I'm awake. What's up? And he's like, do you think I could suck your dick? I'm like,
swear to God, I know I ask you this every time, but it was just flat out just like that, right?
Yep, it was straight up like that. It wasn't beating around the bush or anything like that. It was straight just like that. And it's like, how do you react? It's like, I'm surprised the room didn't light up. My eyes would have bugged out so much, It's like, what?
So great.
So I wait what felt like 10 minutes, but it probably was only 30 seconds.
I just can't imagine.
So I'm like, well, I wanted to be polite about it. It's like,
right.
I'm a totally accepting person, and admire somebody willing to actually come out of their shell and maybe ask something like this.
That's
so it's like
bold.
Yeah, very.
It's like the definition of bravery. Like, fuck it, let's go for it.
My guess is like this is the first time he had ever met someone maybe that was gay, and he was always interested in it, and he wanted to try to take on this opportunity. Maybe.
Ooh, that's a good point. That is a very good point. Fuck,
So
I applaud your bravery, sir. Holy fucking
absolutely.
shit. God damn, I wish I had confidence like that. Oh, man.
So I'm like quiet for a little bit. And I'm like, no. I was like, I think that would make things awkward between us. And I would just like that keep friends between us. He's like, okay. I thought I would ask. And I was like, so I'm quiet again for a little bit. I'm like, so then I asked him, I was like, are you bi then? Are you bisexual? Are you gay? What's going on? Because I knew he had dated this girl, this random homeless girl that he found on the road one time.
What?
Her and her dog.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, we got to get to that story another time.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, I guess I'm bi. It's like I haven't done anything, but it's like, yeah, I think I'm bi. I'm like, okay. It's like, that's cool. I was like, I would like to just be friends, but it's like, yeah, I think that's cool. You know, I'd appreciate you asking, but no, it's like, I would rather not. And it's like, okay. He's just kind of disappointed and just goes to sleep.
Oh man.
Wasn't really awkward in the morning. I mean, there is that awkwardness, but you try to ignore it. You know, you just try to talk about the usual things that you do, but
right. Yep.
yeah, pretty much. Like, oh, I suppose get ready, long drive home, stuff like that.
Dude, where was John through all this?
Well, he would have went back to his room, you know, because he wasn't rooming.
Oh, I thought it
with
was
us.
three of you to a room. Okay.
Nope, he had his own room. I'm not sure who he stayed with, but no, it was just 2 per room.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah.
I love that story so much.
Gotta suck your dick.
Just straight out with it, man. Like, no filter, like, no boundaries. All right, let's toss the coin.
He gave it a valiant effort.
He did. I applaud you, sir. I know we're laughing about it right now, but fuck me. I applaud you, sir. You are brave as fuck. Oh, man. Wow.
Yep. Good times.
Fucking A. So many, dude. So many good times. Like, so many stories, so many places traveled, people met.
Yep.
Just crazy ass situations we've been in. I love it all, dude. I'm glad we had that job. I'm super
Me too.
glad. Yeah.
That job really helped me come out of my shell. I feel not in the aspect of like coming out of the closet, but I was very antisocial, I would think, before that job.
You were pretty reserved, yeah.
Yeah, it really forced me to be more open and communicate with people and just open conversation and talk to people, because you had to. You're going into people's private homes and talking to them and having to wire their houses and meet so many people, and it's kind of like one of those things of just jumping into the water.
Well, it's challenging. It's challenging in the aspect that, you know, even though, mind you, we've said some negative things here tonight, but in no way, shape, or form does that mean that we have any right to disrespect, you know, their home or where they live or anything like that. I mean, obviously, there's some unique scenarios.
Yeah.
But those, once again, you got to understand, those scenarios are extreme. I mean, you got to understand, dude, we've installed thousands of locations. Thousands. Like, uncountable. We did it for 5 years, and we did 3 installs a day for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, that is a lot. That is a lot. Like, well, no, because you took off. Because you went to the next job after that, but I stayed in that particular field.
Yeah, I was there I did that type of work, or with just that last job, for just a few days over 5 years.
Right. And we respected everybody. I mean, sure, we joke, but who doesn't talk behind people's backs? You know what I mean? Like, God, man, what a touchy subject. Like, it's like, you will always talk to your friends about the unique situations that you have, but I mean, it's not just all bad. It's both good and bad. And one of the good that I feel we absolutely took out of that job was being able to communicate, because obviously you're going to run into people that they may do something or say something that will make you irate.
Yep.
But it's your job to be professional. It is your job to, respect your current employment and the people you're working for. It's very, very important. I mean, you keep your opinions. There's a time and a place to express your opinion, just like this podcast. You know what I mean? But that we also respect people's confidentiality. Nobody's going to know who the fuck, when, where, why, what, and we do that on purpose. But yeah, we took away a lot of good skills, I mean, all the professionalism that we worked with, all of the clientele that we worked with, everybody taught us so much. And I will always be thankful for that. That was by far and beyond one of the best employers I've ever had, the best companies I've ever worked for, and the best people I've ever met. Like, maybe not all of them. There were some certain extreme conditions, like obviously the lady with the nasty baby, there's stuff like that. But I mean, overall, oh man, so much. I'm always thankful for that. It is just so great.
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, we've got so much left. I'm looking at this list and fuck.
And we've already been doing this today for probably an hour and a half.
Motherfucker, we're almost at 2 hours.
Yeah, we need to wrap it up, bud.
Okay, all right, yeah. So with that being said, holy fucking shit. All right, well, thanks again, everybody. Andy, say goodbye again.
Peace out. Till next time.
Holla. That is it. Year 1 done. I'm happy. You're happy. The holidays are happy. Now go eat some food, open some presents, relax with the people you love. Keep being amazing. I love you. And I'll see you in 2020. Happy holidays, everybody. Be safe, and I'll talk to you soon.